Suicide Squad has now been out for a month. And just like that other DC movie that came out earlier this year, the critics weren't too kind to it. It's a damn shame, guys, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on the box office earnings. So I did a video a while back about how Batman vs. Superman could have kept its narrative a little better, and a lot of you actually loved the ideas I had for that story. So I'm here once again to take on Suicide Squad and give you some of my ideas on how things could have been improved. Not really with the narrative. No, I'm here to tell you guys how they could have made the Joker more of a villain in the movie, and it's actually quite easy. But I'm also going to tell you about other little tweaks I came up with, in this past month. I've been thinking a lot about it, so let's begin. Now, as always, these are just my thoughts from my brain that does not shut off. You don't have to agree or even like what I have to say. I want to hear your ideas too down below. Feel free to say whatever you want. Now, the movie opens with us taking a tour of Belle Reve and getting introduced to our characters before they team up. Already, I want to change this. I'm a big fan of starting a movie, showing another point in the story, then Tarantinoing it back. The way I feel they should have started the story is with Task Force X assembled and on their first mission. Yeah, show them infiltrating a place the government is not supposed to be in, because that is the whole point of the squad. This whole spiel about what if baddie Superman comes down and starts wrecking shit is a pretty bad selling point. What the fuck is Harley Quinn gonna do with that? Hit him with a baseball bat? Talk his ear off to death? It just doesn't work. Each character can have a nice little entrance too. Harley banging someone on the head with that bat. Maybe Boomerang catching his boomerang after he takes someone out. Deadshot captured with his hands tied behind his back and head bagged, basically acting like a decoy, and the others are there to rescue him. Now, I only mention those three because that's another change I would make. Only start with these three. One thing I gathered from the first Suicide Squad Rebirth issue is that the squad is only these three at the beginning, which makes a lot of sense. We don't need the entire crew yet. Start with the heavy hitters, add more later. They complete their mission, but they do it messy. The first mission is a test for the government guys. Maybe the three of them are back at the base and they're just getting grilled by Waller. Then the government guys approve of the team. And then they ask, so what are you going to call these guys? Bam! There's your opening title sequence right there. So now we go back and get introduced to the trio like it does in the actual movie, which I really liked. And instead of seeing Waller talk about these guys to those government dudes, we have her talking to someone that needs to lead this team, Rick Flag. Then, of course, we can get introduced to Enchantress and that whole love story with Flag and June Moon, which then convinces him to join simply to keep her safe. Now we get to where the Joker would be a villain in this story. Now, Waller holds Enchantress hostage because she has her heart locked up in a case. The Clown Prince of Gotham catches wind of what Waller is doing with his one true love, and guess what? Ends up stealing the case from Waller in hopes to get Harley back for it. Waller dispatches the squad to get the heart from the Joker and recruits the rest of the party. So there it is. Joker has the heart. The squad goes after him to get the heart back, and they go through a game of wits, bloodshed, and double crossing. A lot better than what we saw. And then once they get the heart, Enchantress can go all loco and turn on everyone like she does in the movie. As much as I hated the clean, wiggly Enchantress, I did like how Diablo sacrifices himself for the team after revealing his backstory. It just gave his character some more depth, and I really dug that. And if I could, I would add another bit of fan service. Just a quick glimpse of this. Yes, I understand it's not needed, and we will hopefully get that in the solo Batman movie, but it's just something I wanted to see and everybody else wanted to see. Maybe Harley throws something at Batman's head that bonks him in the head and Joker escapes. I don't know, something. Go ahead and have a wet dream about that. Oh, and these military guys? Get rid of them! Why the fuck are they there? You assembled this team for a reason. These guys are redundant. Well, we were hoping Scott Eastwood wasn't going to be redundant, but yeah, poor guy was just there to question Flag and point his gun. It's okay, Scotty. Maybe there's something for you later. Also, imagine a scene where Scott Eastwood's character walks up to someone saying he's got the information you wanted. That man is Batman, and Batman answers in the way that only Batman would after receiving it. He just goes,
"Thanks, Dick."
Because of Dick Grayson, not because he's a dick. But I mean, it works both ways. That's just gold right there. So there you have it, guys. That is how I would have structured the Suicide Squad story, and of course made Joker more the villain as opposed to just Enchantress, making this weird machine that made really no sense, and then a bunch of weird bubble wrap looking dudes that had big time herpes on their face. I don't know. I just think they could have made the Joker a little more relevant. People would have been a lot more happy, and it just would have been something a little different. This whole end of the world thing that they had, the Suicide Squad doesn't need to save the world. They just need to do the things that the government's not supposed to do. That's really why I thought Task Force X was supposed to be around. And then if they end up messing up, they can just put the full blame on these villains and nobody would ask questions. I mean, that's just what I thought. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. Do you like my ideas? Do you have any other ideas? Do you not like my ideas? Let me know down below, guys, and I will talk to you later. And thank you for watching, you beautiful people. You go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to my other channel too. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and visit filmjunkie.com for all my videos.